Today, we're talking about how AI is impacting the business of selling your knowledge, where it's so profitable, where it's not, and how you can pivot. Now, selling knowledge used to be this easy gold mine, but AI is changing that fast. So if you're planning to sell knowledge or currently selling knowledge, that's going to be a lot harder in the future. And this is going to apply to a lot of other jobs that rely on selling their knowledge. So if your job involves just telling people what to do, you could be impacted. And here's how to keep up. Let's rewind for a second. In the year 2000, you could sell a simple PDF on how to do something, like how to start a business or how to make money online. Easy. By 2010, people have had to move it up, and it became more like you sell a PDF on how to sell something, but then also an explainer video showing it. So you add a camera, add some charisma, and boom, now you're an expert. By 2020, everyone had an online course. You'd sell how to do X, and it would have 10 modules, worksheets, and a fancy login page. But by 2025, AI will just do X for you. You won't need to learn how to write an email. AI will literally write it for you. So knowledge transfer is easier than ever, which also means it's also harder than ever to charge for. We're getting closer and closer to done for many problems. Now, it's not all doom and gloom. Selling knowledge still works in some areas. For example, when the knowledge is based on insider data, like if you specialize in running Amazon ads and have experience that people just can't look up, or when wrong answers are very, very expensive, like in financial planning, law, or medicine, or even when it's in a highly regulated industry like aviation or biotech, there's just some things you got to hire a person with experience. Or sometimes there's just really, really specific and hard knowledge to find, like how to work a Cisco ASR router configuration for fiber networks. Maybe that's just not common knowledge on the internet, and that specific information is still easy to sell. But that's niche, that's valuable. That stuff will be a little bit more resilient to AI changes, but not immune. At AppSumo, a long time ago, we saw courses go from top sellers to barely anything. Why? It's because people don't want to learn about a problem necessarily. They want tools that will just solve that problem for them. Why wouldn't you? Why would you want to spend a long time learning about a problem when there's a tool that just does it? So instead of asking, how can I sell this knowledge? You might try asking, how can I get people closer to solving their problem? So how do you do this? Well, the reason people buy products and services is often to save time, save money, for entertainment, or to accomplish a goal faster or better. This has not changed a single bit throughout the history of monetization. So to move forward in your industry, you've got to be moving up the value chain. And there are 3 levels. Number 1, sell the knowledge. Number 2, do it with them. Number 3, do it for them. Now, number 1, selling the knowledge. This is the classic route. PDFs, templates, courses. This still works, but the returns are shrinking. You might sell a video course called How to Get Sales from LinkedIn and make some sales. That's fine, but this is not where the future is going. That is too easily replaced by free YouTube videos or done by AI. Number 2, doing it with them. This is a step up the value chain where you add a cohort, a challenge, a group element to your instructional course. For example, you would say, join my 3-week LinkedIn posting challenge. You'll publish 20 posts by the end. See, now you're solving the problem with them. There's also social pressure and community and a deadline, which all add real value. And number 3, do it for them. This is the highest level. This is where you take on way fewer clients, but charge way more. You don't teach people to write posts on LinkedIn. Instead, you write, schedule, and grow their LinkedIn accounts for them. So this would be basically an agency model. This is often less scalable, but can be profitable on day 1. Whereas if you're just selling knowledge, you have to start really building an audience and selling to a large amount of people to make money. With this, you have just 1 to 5 clients. That can be your entire income for the year. I've actually done all 3 of these myself. So step 1, copywriting course started as this low-priced video course. It was originally $69 and something like 10 or 12 instructional videos on how to write really good email. Step 2, we added a private community where people could post their copy and get feedback from me. Now, this was the do it with them stage. And since it required way more of my time, I had to increase the price for the entire package. However, this would help people get closer to done because they could post their copy, get feedback, and get it out the door quickly. Whereas with just a simple video course, they would have to just rely on themselves to figure it out. And now step 3, I personally help a handful of companies every week with one-on-one consulting. Now this is way few clients, but way higher prices. This is more done for you because I'm actually in there helping people getting stuff out the door. All 3 of these are all the same topic of copywriting, but with different levels of value. So if you sell information, here's a simple action plan for you. Figure out how to get people closer to solving the problem, add an option for doing it with them, and add an option for doing it for them. So AI is going to be replacing a ton of repetitive knowledge work that people used to sell. Look at this list. These are all things that AI can now do instantaneously, where it used to take finding a person to do this, hiring a freelancer, testing if they're good, having them do these things one by one. Maybe they don't do it correct and you have to send it back to them. But now AI could just do this stuff instantaneously. So a lot of these things, while humans can still, of course, do them with the AI, are just not going to be as valuable and highly paid. However, it's not doom and gloom because AI is going to enable a bunch of other things that we just didn't think were possible a few years ago. For example, I used to upload a lot of marketing to Swipefile and it took forever to categorize all it. Like literally just tagging it took a long time. Now AI does that instantaneously. Or let's say I want to rewrite an ad in a funny way as an example. Well, I used to have to sit there, think of how to rewrite this in a really funny way. Now AI can do this instantaneously. Or if we needed to write personalized ads for a bunch of different contacts that we're outreaching to, well, that would be a very difficult process. Now AI can do that instantaneously, including researching the person and what to talk about. Here's some examples off the top of my head of people changing their model to selling to go higher up the value chain. Hampton, a private community for high-level entrepreneurs, moved from an all-digital format where people would just Slack with one another to full in-person groups. This is a really painful move to go from all Slack to all in-person. That means they have to hire people in a bunch of different cities. That means their staff count increases. That means salary counts increases. You have to organize a lot of logistics that you didn't have to do before. But it creates a huge moat and something that AI can't easily replicate, which is that human-to-human connection. Whereas if this was just all Slack communities and people are just asking each other questions within there, that's not going to be as valuable as AI can just answer a lot of those questions people are asking in those communities. Another example is Swipefile recently adding AI features to analyze marketing and remix it. And this took it from a side project to a full business with sponsorships. Previously, it was just like this Pinterest style site for bookmarking and storing ads one by one, and each one had a little bit of a blurb about the marketing. But with AI, it's able to analyze way more content and make it way more useful to readers. Or Ahrefs is an SEO analytics tool that's been now using AI to take all the data that they scrape and analyze it much quicker. So instead of having a big team of data scientists to do this, AI could just do it way quicker, way cheaper, and way better. People thought that AI would kill SEO, but turns out it's kind of igniting it with the new version of AI SEO. So people are now paying higher prices to get AI SEO insights, meaning Ahrefs is doing better. Or Copywriting course is actually getting bigger clients all of a sudden after AI. You'd think that people would go all AI and then just say, hey, we don't need any copywriting help. Turns out more and more companies go full AI with their content, but then come to me in 6 months and say their marketing doesn't work anymore. Then I jump in to help correct the ship. This is a more done for you model, and it's a lot fewer clients, but just a few of these can be big income. So yeah, AI is disrupting the hell out of the knowledge business, but it's also giving you the tools to 10x your value if you climb the ladder from sell info to do it with them to do it for them. So if you're in the business of selling information, it's time to move up the chain. It's Neville Medora from Copywriting Course, Swipefile, The Hustle, AppSumo. And let me know what you think in the comments. Where are you in this value change? What questions do you have about selling info, doing it with them, or doing it for them? Let me know. I'm happy to answer all the questions in the comments. Talk to you later.